Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Jenny from Inmysparetime Crochet. I love all things crochet and yarn, and I'm very happy that you are here with me today. Now, I have a lot to show you today. I feel like it's a lot anyway. I finally got my hands on the Whimsical Stitches book for the Amigurumi World Tour hosted by Cassandra at Craftably Ever After. I am the second last person to receive this book before it heads back to Cassandra. So we're going to take a little look and then I'm going to show you what I chose and what I made. I also have done a few pattern tests recently and I'm able to show you all of those finished makes here on this video. I also managed a couple of other makes in this last week, and I also just watched a live by Zach at Crochet Me Zaddy, just talking about the next Zaddycrafts restock. So I'll have a bit of a chat about that as well. But I think let's just get into it. So I'm going to begin with the Amigurumi World Tour. Now this kicked off over 12 months ago. Cassandra from Craftably Ever After had the great idea to send two of these books out into the big wide world. One went solely to the US because there were so many people there that wanted to partake in it. And the other book traveled to other places such as Copenhagen, Denmark, Canada, the UK, New Zealand, Australia. So we're the last ones to receive it. I could have forgotten maybe Germany. Apologies if I forgot your country and if you received this book. This was very exciting. I received it off lovely Judy from Judy at Witch Piece Crafts here on YouTube, and she put in a lovely little card and a little gift for me. So thank you so much, Judy. That was really, really sweet of you. I had three items that I could choose from that had not yet been made because I think someone had done a double up somewhere. So I was able to choose from the peach, the sunflower and the donut. And you may already know if you follow Cassandra, but I chose the peach. And here it is. I absolutely love it, actually. I really, really love it. I said to Cassandra in my email that I was going to go big with it. So, and she thought the bigger the better. Just to change it up a little bit, I think. I didn't have a heap of options for peach coloured yarn. Now this is a variegated Modavira blanket yarn, I believe, or it might have been, actually it might be one of the valuable ranges. I can't recall. Either way, it's from Spotlight and it was perfect for this project. The brown and the green are two, excuse my voice, I don't know what's going on. Let's try again. The brown and the green are two of the new colours from the Modavira blanket range, and they were also perfect. I loved it. It worked up really quickly and I just like that it's supersized. So I had it sitting up here, but I might even take this into the collective because I think that other people might like it as well. I think the colours worked really well together. I just love it. So there we go. After all that time patiently waiting, I found blah, blah, blah. I found something and I made it and I love it. Now, I thought about showing you this book, but it's not, I feel like it's not my place. I think Cassandra should be able to do that maybe at the end once she received it. I can tell you it sure has got some weight in it. There's a few things that have been placed in there for Cassandra. Everybody that has everybody that has made something has written a quote and a little message on their page. So I've of course, have done that as well. It was really cool to go through and have a look and see what everybody has written. It's just basically really cool, but it is heavy. It is heavy. So Litza, you will be receiving the package. You're the very last one that's going to receive it before shipping it on back to Cassandra. So hopefully by the end of the week you will have this in your hot little hands, Litza, and I look forward to seeing what you are going to make with it as well. Thank you, Cassandra, for making such a fun little community project. Definitely a long time coming, but it has been, and I know myself, I started off really well and I was keeping up with the makes as people would choose them. However, I'm not ashamed to say I did fall off the wagon a little bit there, and I have not made them all, but everything that I did make, I did really enjoy. So that's it for the Amigurumi World Tour. Now, let's get on to my pattern tests that I have done. So I'll start with the one that I did first, and I have been speaking about it a little bit in some of my videos. This was a pattern test for an Australian crocheter, and her handle is Cozy Crochet. Oh my gosh, Cozy Crochet by Mercedes. I think I'm going to have that on the screen. Now, unbelievably, this is her first pattern, and truly she did a fantastic job. And I know I have posted these on my Instagram, so you may have actually seen them, and a lot of people love them, and I can see why. The pattern is so realistic, the shaping is fantastic, you can go crazy with the colors. The testers did a lot of different colors. I just really like it. It actually also works up quite quickly as well. So this was my first one, the blue one, and I used mainly Zaddycrafts yarn, I believe. The blue was probably, that might be a Parfait Chunky, I think, and the white is probably Patti's Plush, but the rest is Zaddycrafts, a really good chenille. And here was my second one. I'm pretty sure I was a stitch off on my bobbles, but I didn't really want to frog it and fix it. And you can't really tell. I can tell, but they should be both of them one stitch that away. So I really liked this color combination that I did. Again, Patti's Plush. The pink is a really good chenille, and the peach is a Parfait Chunky that I had here. And yeah, and the grey is also a really good chenille. But absolutely love this pattern, and I think I can imagine many more different types of birds, just changing up the colors. Someone did a rosella, someone did a pigeon, there were like green and yellow budgies as well. But yeah, fantastic. So they may end up down at the collective, but I do highly recommend this pattern. And all of the pattern tests that I'm going to show you I think are all live. The final one, I'm just not too sure, but either way, I'm going to leave a link for her shop and her channel. Okay, my next pattern test was for Kelly at Porgy's Place. Now, you've probably heard of Porgy's Place. She makes a lot of the small little very quick market friendly makes, all sorts of different things. And when I saw this tester call, I couldn't resist because it was just so adorable. Now this is for the Little Critters Perfect pack, I believe, and it is 11 different types of kittens, different breeds. That's the word I'm after. There is also a little cat bed, a little swing mod, a little kitty cave, and a couple of cat toys as well. So This was my first little kitten. Now this one I believe was the patches, I think. So quick, you know, they work up really quickly as well. And the second little cat that I did was one of the American short hairs, I believe. There's a 1 and 2, so this might have been 2, I think. Very sweet. Then I did a bed. We had to choose 5 items out of the 16 available. So I did the bed, and then I did the swing mod. Absolutely love it. It just, you know, it just adds that extra little cuteness factor, I believe. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I also did the kitty cave, and the little kittens fit really, really well inside the kitty cave. For the majority, except the white, I believe, the majority of the yarn that I used for these is the Zaddycrafts, a really good chenille. But how sweet is that? And then finally, I did the little fish, and then I just took a really small skewer that I had in my kitchen, and then I added the cotton, and it's coming undone there. Just made it a little cat toy. So there we go. That is a really, really fun little pattern pack. As I said, so many options. If you sell at markets, even online, I think that, yeah, there's just so many options that you could make. There's a Sphinx cat, Siamese, Ragdoll, which was a late edition. A calico, there's just, yeah, tabby, you name it. So there's going to be many more of these kittens, and I was thinking, I don't even know, I may even like them even a little bit more than the mini kitties, the loaf cats, but we'll see. But I did really, really enjoy that pattern test as well. That brings us to my third and final pattern test that I have completed recently, and this was for lovely Sammy by Crochet by Sammy. Sammy's here on YouTube. She's really enjoyable to watch. She does a lot of market prep and market vlogs and things like that, and whilst I don't do markets, I still just really enjoy watching her content. So when I saw her testicle, I definitely couldn't resist applying for that one as well. And this is for her little Tassie Devil. So Sammy is from Tasmania, and she came up with this pattern, and I just think it is so, so sweet. Now I yarn over, and so my color changes here aren't quite as clean as hers, but I was originally going to try and fix it, but I don't even mind it like that. So it is no sew except for the ears. You do have to make the ears separately and sew them on, but having said that, it is still a very, very quick make, and it's something, there's not too many Tassie Devil patterns out there, and I just think the cuteness factor of this guy is awesome. I did make 4 in total. I'll have a little picture here, and I have taken 2 of them down to the collective so far, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they go there. But another fun little pattern. Now I believe, I don't know that it's live just yet, however I'm going to link you in the description box. There'll be a link to Sammy's channel. She is going to be having a YouTube tutorial, but there will also be the option of a paid PDF as well. So I'm going to pop those links for you down below, as well as to the Porgy's Place pattern and the Cozy Crafts by Mercedes as well. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and you know, it never rains but it pours. I think they were there might have been one other pattern test I applied for, and so I was successful in 3 out of 4. So now I need to put a little bit of a hold on myself while I sort of play a little bit of catch up. But I did really, really enjoy all of those pattern tests. So there we go. Now, before I show you my other makes that I did manage in this last week, I will just speak briefly about the Zaddycrafts restock. Now, before recording this, I was holding off because I wanted to watch the live at 12 o'clock. So Zach went live on his channel, which is Crochet Me Zaddy, and he was speaking about the restock, which is going to be happening Wednesday this week. So there are 13 new colors. I am so excited. I've got, you can see that's my little Zaddycrafts little cubby up there. Side note, I'm actually debating whether to change up my yarn storage, and I just don't know whether to or not, and maybe arrange it by color, so there'd be different brands together and arranged by color. What do you think? Let me know below if you think that's a good idea, or whether I should keep it in brands. I don't know. Yeah, it was just a passing thought, but I'm not sure. Back to Zaddycrafts. There are 13 new colors releasing on Wednesday, as well as obviously a restock of the original colors. There are some stunning colors coming. I'm so excited. I would imagine also that if you want to go and watch that live yourself, I'm sure that he's going to upload it once it's done. But yeah, there are some beautiful colors. One I was really, really hoping for is coming, and I'm so excited. It's a beautiful soft peach color. Now, I had mentioned recently that I do have a large custom order for some cows, and I am in need of a really nice peach color, and this I think is going to be perfect for it. There's also a really, really very soft lemon. Now, of course, he's got all those different color names for it, but and I can't recall what they are, but there are some beautiful colors coming. I'm also excited about the new pink. The one that he has at the moment is quite soft, like that's this one here, and it is more of what I would say is like a bubblegum pink, so I'm keen for that. There's also some beautiful blues and greens. There's a really deep, this is the normal red, but there's one which is, I guess, a bit more like a cherry red, I suppose, or burgundy, so that will be fun as well. And there's also a really crisp white, because the current white is more of a warm white, and this one is definitely more like this. So yeah, that's very exciting. And he also did mention that this restock is bigger, so if you have missed out in the past, it's more than likely you will not miss out this time. So having said that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to set my alarm and try and just get in and sample some of these new colors, and stock up on a couple that I just know I have used. So that's very, very exciting. And if you are in the US and you are wanting to try a really good chenille, he will be opening up the shipping to the US again, but he does explain in that video better than I will on what that will look like in regards to tariffs, etc. But yeah, that's super, super exciting. But let's get to the other things that I did manage to make this week. Now, I feel like, obviously, I made the peach. I was finishing off pattern tests, so that was a bit earlier in the week. Now, in regards to the collective where I sell my items on consignment, I don't have my next sales report, but just from popping in there, I am aware that my two baby spiders that I had made in variegated yarn had sold, so she was keen for me to make some more of those. I do really like them. So yeah, I kind of market them as baby spiders. They're a lot of fun. This is the Handmade by Nicole pattern, and I have made this both of these with the Aldi, two of the Aldi baby stripes yarn. And yeah, I have also found that these colors, there's another couple of colors as well. This variegated yarn seems to be performing quite well at the collective, whether it's an octo, a spider, what else? Probably some other items I can't recall off the top of my head, but people do seem to like the variegated yarn. So I did do these two this morning. I also did, she had reached out to me and said that someone popped in yesterday and wanted to, I had 3 stingrays down there. I think a purple, a beautiful mint green, and the blue, and she wanted 2 the same, and she did send me a picture of the blue, and I am hoping that, and she said, do you have the same yarn? And I'm hoping it's the Zaddycrafts and not the, I couldn't quite tell from the photo. The other blue it could have been is Patti's Plush, and I don't have any more of that blue at the moment, so hopefully it's this one. But anyway, she left a deposit, so I have made the other stingray, and she also mentioned that the same lady bought my drift octopus, so it was in pink. I'm not sure if I have a photo. I will endeavour to see if I do. But anyway, I whipped up another drift octopus. This is the Crochet Carpenter Aaron's pattern, and it's a great pattern. I did embroidered eyes for this one, so that's why they look a little different, but I wanted to just try and ensure that it is baby safe. But I think it looks quite okay anyway. He's got an interesting look on his face. This is the Valuable Blankie Rainbow from Spotlight. So I haven't seen it. I believe it's probably all sold out. I probably should look online because it is really nice to work with, and this color is really nice, and I like the size, and it's also really soft as well. So really happy with that. And he only took me probably an hour, I think, but it's also only the second one that I've made. The other one was a few weeks ago, but I think now I've fully got my head around the pattern, and I will probably be a bit quicker next time. So he will be able to go down to the collective as well. But I do need to now really get cracking, I think, on this large cow order that I have. I was worried about the white. My having to do 9 cows, I think it's really important that I have the same white for all of the cows, and I am worried that I'm not going to have enough. I have 3 of the Aldi white, which feels okay. It feels quite soft, and I think I have maybe 2 of the Patti's Plush, which is, it's quite different. And I was chatting to Mel on Instagram, who owns Patti and Bango's place, and she did give me the heads up that there wasn't much of the white left. So I did go back online. That was after having already placed an order the week before, but I did jump on and order the remaining, I think it was 4 skeins that she had. So I'm really hoping that I have enough of this white to do those cows. I hope. But anyway, but I do think that I should, try and make a start on those cows. Even though my customer wasn't in any rush, I'd still rather get it done so I can tick it off my list, I think. And then my hope is that these cows are going to turn out really, really cute, and then that way it'll be something that I wouldn't mind popping into the collective as well. At the moment I have a lot of options for smaller yeah, quite small plushies, frogs, little chicks, the spiders. Yeah, but I wouldn't mind having some ones that are just a little bit more that mid-size, I guess. So if I get cracking on the order, then I can get stuck into that. I did also pop into the collective on Friday, and I dropped off the 2 koalas in overalls that I had made previously. I also took in another couple of axolotls because a couple have sold, and there was probably something else, but yeah, it's going along nicely, so I'm really happy with that. But I think I will wrap it up there for this week. It's probably actually not ended up being as long as I thought that this video might, but I was really keen to show you those pattern tests and also my make for the Amigurumi World Tour. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, and especially if you've stuck around this long, please make sure that you give it a like. It costs nothing, and it does really, really help our videos when people do engage like that. So subscribe if you're not already subscribed, but I do thank you so much for being here. I think let's go with a peach. In honor of the Amigurumi World Tour, please leave a peach emoji if you have stuck around until the end. But thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon, but thank you for being here. Bye for now.